Nearly time for first pitch in San Diego, California. In an all-important first game of a brace between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres tonight. Now, this is really quite important, this one. Both teams playing exceptionally well. Bump in the road for the Padres the last 6 games as their offense has disappeared, but they're depleted, as a matter of fact. It has been the bats that has been the problem over there. They have the best bullpen ERA-wise in the majors. That bullpen is and has been consistent this year. 1.63 ERA for the team bullpen. San Diego, 2.82 ERA for the starting pitchers, and their best is on the mound tonight. Nick Pivetta will be facing Logan Webb here in just a few minutes. Now, Nick Pivetta, the Padres picked him up over the winter from Boston. He was formerly with the Red Sox, and previous to that, he was with, it escapes me right now, but he has been with the Padres just for the beginning of this season. It's his first year with the Padres and has come out of the gate flinging the ball beautifully. He has 5 starts. He's 4-1 in those starts. He's had 3 in which he's gone 7 scoreless. Nick Pivetta is under 1. His whip is under 1, 0.96. And he's the first ever Padre to start the season with 3 out of 5 games being victories, having pitched 7 innings. Pivetta has been extremely impressive. The Padres, unfortunately, just got swept by the Tampa Bay Rays, and the games were shutouts and low-scoring games, and this is because their offense is missing some key guys. Jay Cronenworth, Luis Arraez. Arraez, now, he went down about a week ago on concussion protocol on a scary run-in at first base with former Giant Mauricio Dubon. They were playing the Astros, and they had a collision at first, and Arraez was knocked flat still. It was quite a frightening situation. He had to be carried out on a cartboard, and he was put on concussion protocol for the last week, and I believe Arraez will be playing tonight. According to the MLB's listing, they've got him in the lineup at first base and batting second. Let's run through the lineups right now. The Pods, it'll be Fernando Tatis playing right field and batting first. Luis Arraez is listed to play first base and bat second. A welcome addition to an offense that has been anemic. They did have a day off like we did, so hopefully a little rebound from several of their batters, including Manny Machado, third baseman, batting third. Gavin Sheets, the DH, will bat fourth. Xander Bogaerts, shortstop, fifth. Jose Iglesias, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Tyler Wade, center fielder, will bat seventh. Jason Hayward, the left fielder, eighth. And Elias Diaz, the catcher, will bat in the ninth spot. For the Giants, it'll be Mike Yastrzemski batting first, leading off. Willie Adames, Jung-Hoo Lee, and Matt Chapman, a starting 4 that has been in place now, it seems like, for several games. Wilmer Flores batting fifth. Elliot Ramos, sixth. The hero of the Sunday bottom of the ninth walk-off. Lamont Wade Jr. playing first. Will bat seventh. Patrick Belly, the catcher, will bat eighth. And Tyler Fitzgerald, he is listed to play tonight. The chest contusion he suffered had him out, and Christian Koss played. But it looks like he will be playing tonight. Welcome, one viewer. This is Giants Baseball Corner, and we are watching the game over here, and I'm calling it right here. It's going to be an important measure of both teams, first and third, respectively, in the National League West. The Dodgers won, and so now have tied the Giants. And both teams lead the National League West. All three of us are playing exceptionally well. Tonight we see two strong pitchers for the Padres and the Giants. Yeah, that injury to Arias was pretty bad. Mauricio Dubon was like terrified. He said, I was scared I was going to get death threats on the way home. It wasn't his fault. It was either his elbow or his arm hit him at full speed at first base, and just boom, he was out. It was bad luck, not an intentional act. But it will be good to see him back at the plate. He was batting well, and the Padres will be happy to have him. They got beat on the road by Detroit. They got beat at home by the Tampa Bay Rays. I think they're working on having lost 5 out of 6. So for them, this is they're trying to right a ship that has been, they've lost 4 straight. They had trouble scoring in these games. They got blanked 3 in a row. The Tigers beat them 2-0, 6-0, and then the Rays beat them 1-0. They scored 3 runs over the weekend. That was it. So the Padres bats are looking to bounce back. They've got their best pitcher on the mound. Logan Webb, of course, is now being called the strikeout god. And the strikeout god will be going against a lineup that, looks pretty decent. All right, I'll be back for first pitch as soon as it's going to happen here. I'm trying a new setup today. Scoreboard in front. All right, the Padres are taking the field. Yeah, there is Arias. They're photographing him. Exciting. Starting the game with yogurt milk. Looks like a beautiful day in San Diego, let me tell you. Yeah, Fitzgerald is in the lineup. Yastrzemski Adames, Jung-Hoo Lee, Matt Chapman, Wilmer Flores, Elliot Ramos, Lamont Wade Jr., Patrick Bailey, and Tyler Fitzgerald. There's your batting order. Yastrzemski warming up on deck. Nick Pivetta, 5 starts, 4-1, 1.20 ERA, and under 1 whip. It's now down to 0.77 is whip. 30-7 strikeout to walk ratio. Logan, of course, has 44 strikeouts. But Nick Pivetta is having a breakout year. I looked up some of his stats from the previous teams. Looks like he mixes it up. He's got a curve, a sweeper, a cutter, a 4-seamer, and a sinker. Yeah, Hayward, Wade, and Tatis Jr. out in the outfield. Bogarts at short. And here we go. Pivetta looks in. He throws a first pitch strike, 94 mile an hour. Beautiful pitch, to be honest. Fastball. First pitch, 642. 0-1 to Mike Yastrzemski. Pivetta deals. Second pitch, another strike. Yastrzemski lifts it to left. And it is caught. One down. I guess that's Jason Hayward in left. Willie Adames steps in. Pivetta throws another strike. Oh, no, it's not called. It looked to me to be in the box, but it is called a ball. 1-0. Pivetta deals. Woo! Adames swings and fouls it off. 1-1. One and one to Willie Adames. Pivetta throws another 94 mile an hour fastball at the top of the box, and Adames again fouls it away. It's 1-2 to Willie Adames from Piv. Pivetta high and inside. It's 2-2 to Willie Adames. Just throwing fastballs. Here it comes. Another one. This one high and tight. Full count now. To a guy who doesn't give up many walks. Nick Pivetta looking in now. Adames ready to swing. Here comes the pitch. And he does swing at another 94 mile an hour fastball and pops it up to the right field where it is caught by Arias, the first baseman. 2 down. Top of the first in San Diego. Giants going quietly. 2 down. Here's Jung-Hoo Lee. Pivetta looks in, throws another 95 mile an hour heater right in there. 0-1 to Jung-Hoo Lee. He's just throwing them 4-seamers. That's it. Here comes another one. Jung-Hoo swings at it, drives it out to left field. They're chasing it, and the catch is made by Manny Machado, who tracks it down. So that is a 10-pitch inning for Nick Pivetta. Manny running all the way out to left and putting his hand up, saying, hold it, I got it. Hayward slid underneath him. But the catch is made. It will be Logan Webb on the mound for the Giants. 3-1. Should have had a couple of wins blown by the pen, which ended up being no decisions. The strikeout god has 44 SOs. And in his last outing, of course, he had 12, matching his career high. 12 strikeouts last time. Yeah, they're missing Jackson Merrill. They're missing Jake Cronenworth. They have been missing Arias. So their bats had been reduced to just a few guys. So I read somewhere that 4/9 of their starting lineup was out. And Machado has not been great. So a little commercial break. Excuse me. Nope. There's no cough button like at the radio station. Logan Webb sets and deals. He gets the call on a 94 mile an hour. Well, that one looked like the two-seamer. I can let you know exactly here, I think. Yeah, that was that sinking two-seamer. Then he misses. It's 1-1 to Tatis Jr. Logan Webb moving pretty quick here. He sets, he throws, and misses low and outside. Wasn't close. It's 2-1 to Tatis, who leads the Padres in hitting. There is one of their superstars. 2-1 to Tatis. Webb sets, throws. It's right in there. Again, that two-seamer, and fouled away by Tatis to the right side. In 6 starts, he's 3-1 this year with a 1.98 ERA. 44 strikeouts to 10 walks. Webb sets, deals. It is called a strike, and he is punched out. Tatis Jr. is walking away, and Schilt is yelling. This does not look like a strike to me either. The 94 mile an hour sinker looked to be below the box. Called a strike. 1 down. And a big one it is. Here's IS back after being away. Fouls away the first pitch, a 90 mile an hour fastball. Webb sets, deals 0-1. A dribbler hit back. Webb catches it and tosses it to Lamont Wade Jr. 2 pitches to take down Ace. And now Manny Machado. Webb throws. Low and away. Sorry, low and away, 1-0. Machado batting .272 with 2 home runs. Looks in at Webb. Webb deals. It's a good pitch, and Machado drills it to right field into the alley. It's a base hit for Manny Machado with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. I have a milk mustache. Pretty swing by Machado, who goes right up the middle with a well, these guys are moving. This is Sheets now. Gavin Sheets looks at a ball. 1-0 to Sheets. Batting .275 this year with 3 home runs. A .751 OPS. Webb looks in. He throws, again, inside. Another ball. 2-0 with Manny Machado on first. It is 2-0 to Gavin Sheets. Webb, unbothered by Machado, throws, again, way inside. 3 straight balls now to Gavin Sheets, who doesn't even look. Bat hasn't left his shoulder. 3-0 pitch. Logan Webb with Manny Machado on first. 2 down. Throws in there. The 92 mile an hour two-seamer. So much action on that pitch, and it's good to see the accuracy. 3-1. Now to Sheets. Machado takes a lead but doesn't go. The pitch is low. A walk issued by Logan Webb. And now runners on first and second with 2 down in the bottom of the first. It'll be Xander Bogaerts. Welcome, second viewer. Two down, runners on. Machado at second. Sheets at first. Webb deals. Bogaerts looks at it. The two-seamer, 93 miles an hour, for a strike. 0-1 to Xander Bogaerts. In the bottom of the first, two down, runners on. Logan Webb sets, deals, 93-mile-an-hour two-seamer. He makes contact, drives it up the middle. Machado is pouring it on and will score easily. And getting to third after the throw is just a second late is Sheets, which allows Bogaerts to extend it to a double. Although I'm not sure if they'll score that a single. Yeah. They're scoring it a single, and then he takes second as the throw went to third. So now it's 1-0 Padres, two down and two runners in scoring position. There's the pitch. It is hit a pop fly to right, and it falls. Two more runs will score. Webb in trouble early, down 3-0 are the Giants with two down. And Iglesias, Jose Iglesias on first. That's a two-run single for Jose Iglesias. It was a good pitch. In the strike zone, again, the sinker, but read well. Good pitch, better hitting. Iglesias on first, two down. The Giants now trail the Padres 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. There's a 92-mile-an-hour sinker, 0-1 to Tyler Wade. Webb looks in, makes the throw. This one is singled to left. Whew. Webb can't seem to find the command. That was a 91-mile-an-hour sinker. They're calling it a cutter over here on, I guess, looking at the action now. I see it. And he read it and drove it to left field. Runners on first and second now with two down and three already in here in the bottom of the first, and Logan Webb looking quite mortal. He gets a mound visit from Patrick Bailey, his catcher, and they chat. And JP Martinez, the pitching coach, goes out to discuss matters as well. So that's a mound visit. Mark it off. Umpire tells everybody one mound visit. Two down, two on, three already in for the Padres. Facing Logan Webb here in the bottom of the first. Jason Hayward calls for time, and it is not granted. No, it was granted. Webb threw the pitch, but the time was granted. Hayward not batting well this year to start the season. Part of their trouble. Logan Webb looks in. He deals. The pitch is low and inside. Runners on first and second with two down. It's 1-0 to Jason Hayward. Beautiful pitch, a strike. That was the 93-mile-an-hour two-seamer. Beautiful pitch. Strike looking to Hayward. It is 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Another one, same place. 1-2 now to Hayward. Webb looking much more in control. Hayward looking befuddled. Two down, 1-2, two on. Three already in. Webb deals. Hayward swings and misses and strikes out. It is 3-0 San Diego as the Padres plate on singles by Bogaerts and Iglesias. 3-0 Padres. It is a brace, only 2 games. Something I really hate they started doing several years ago. When you quote sweep, it doesn't feel like a sweep because you only won 2. When you split, it just feels dumb because you never got to conclude the series. And when you lose 2, you feel like you lost 2, but you didn't really get swept. So these braces are frustrating to me, but whatever. The move is to sweep them. This is game 1 of 2. Both teams wanting to supplant the Dodgers, the bums, the billionaire bums, as division leaders. At the moment, the Giants and the billionaire bums share the division lead. But the Padres showed up to play tonight. It's 3-0 Padres as we go to the top of the second. Pivetta looks in, makes a throw to Chapman that's away. 1-0 to Matt Chapman. Batting .214, 5 home runs, 787 OPS. He's good at drawing walks as well. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 to Chapman. This guy's just throwing fastballs. Pivetta looks in. He sets. He deals. That one's high. 95, the fastest pitch he's thrown thus far, but well above the zone. 2-1 now. Pivetta to Chapman with nobody on. Top of the second. He sets. He throws. Way outside. 3-1 to Chapman. Wilmer Flores waiting on deck. Pivetta sets. Throws. It's a good pitch. Swing and a miss. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Full count now to Chapman. Here's the pitch. Same fastball. Chapman swings and pops it straight up, almost. Caught by Xander Bogaerts just outside the infield. 1 down. 1 down. And the Giants trail, as you can see by the scoreboard. Hey, that's a beautiful pitch. That was not the heater. That was a curve. An 82-mile-an-hour curve drops right in there. Wilmer looks at it. 0-1 to Wilmer Flores. That was a pretty pitch. Out of nowhere. Here it comes. He sets. He deals. High with the fastball and away. Wilmer lays off. It's 1-1. Nick Pivetta sets, deals, catches the lower corner, but it is not given to him. It's 2-1. That looked like a strike to me, but missed, according to home plate umpire. Still haven't looked it up. Someone wants to add that to the chat. That'd be useful. Here comes the pitch. 2-1 to Flores, who fouls it back. 2-2 now. Pivetta to Wilmer Flores. Nick Pivetta sets, throws, and misses wide. That's a full count now to Wilmer Flores. With nobody on, 1 down here in the top of the second. The Giants trail by 3-0. Here's the pitch. It's in there. Wilmer swings and misses at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and strikes out. That's 2 down. It's a good pitch. He really set him up with that first ball, an 81-mile-an-hour curve out of nowhere after just throwing heat, and then he gets him with a 95-mile-an-hour heater. It was a rhythm that he's starting to create from the mound. Pivetta deals. Ramos looks at it, and that's in there for a strike. The heater, 96 miles an hour. Fastest pitch yet clocked. Here it comes. 0-1 to Ramos. There's the curve, but he misses this time. 1-1. Pivetta to Elliot Ramos. Giants trail. There's 2 down. It's the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. Ramos fouls it back. 1-2. Nick Pivetta throwing a pretty good game right now. This will be his 26th pitch. It is 1-2 to Elliot Ramos. Here it is. It is outside, but Ramos swings at it and fouls it away. It remains 1-2. Elliot Ramos, of course, the hero with the walk-off on Sunday. Here's the pitch. Whoo! Nasty curveball. Ramos swung right through it. 80-mile-an-hour curveball. Good control exhibited by Nick Pivetta. Impressive. Giants go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. They trail 3-0 in San Diego. And you are in Giants Baseball Corner with your host. And I need 50 subscribers, so if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would be great, so I can use my phone. This is Giants Baseball Corner, found at giantsbaseballcorner.com, which is just a blog I have occupied for 15 years. So there's no ads, or there shouldn't be anyway. It's just a WordPress blog. This year I've added back the YouTube channel, which is 12 years old. This channel was started in 2013 and has not been used. So it's lain dormant, and it only had like 4 subs on it, obviously. But I'm using it now for Giants Baseball Corner. I'll be doing the Monday morning report. I'll be doing the Friday morning report. I'll be trying to set up some live call-ins. I want to do live call-ins. And I'm calling games. I haven't called games, and so I'm calling games. That's what I'm doing right now, but I'm not really promoting it. I'm just doing it. Logan Webb now, trailing by 3 runs, sets and deals to Arias, who swings at the first pitch, driving it foul deep to the right. Oh, this is not Arias. This is Elias Diaz. Sorry, this is Elias Diaz. Webb to Diaz. Beautiful pitch. The sinker curves in. Diaz swings and misses. 0-2 to Elias Diaz, the 9th batter in the order. Logan Webb sets. He's outside with the, what was that, the cutter? It's 1-2. He misses again low. It is 2-2. They called that the sweeper, the previous one. And this one is a changeup. So he's missed on 2 straight pitches. It's 2-2 from Logan Webb to Elias Diaz. Here in the bottom of the second, Diaz fouls away another off-speed pitch. The count remains 2-2. Webb breathes, sets, deals, and the ball is jimmied from the inside of his wrists past Willie Adames, between Adames and Fitzgerald for a base hit up the middle. He jammed him, and he had the strength. Elias Diaz just muscled that one past the running Adames to the left and out of the reach of Fitzgerald. One on with nobody out in the bottom of the second. Webb well outside with that must be the sweeper. I'm going to stop calling pitches and just give you the count. That was an 88-mile-an-hour ball, 1 to Fernando Tatis Jr., who has a runner on and nobody out in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Misses again, low and away. 2-0. Padres lead 3-0. Webb behind 2-0 to Tatis Jr. Here's the pitch. He gets the call. It's 2-1 on a pitch inside the sinker. Tatis shaking his head. He's not happy with that call. It did look out to be inside. Here comes the pitch from Webb. 2-1 to Tatis Jr. It's in there. A bouncer. Dribbled. Tayo charges and manages to flip the ball to Lamont Wade Jr. in time. 1 down. Not enough time to make the double play. A great play by Tyler Fitzgerald there, who has been out because of a chest contusion. He charged a very slow-moving ball with the runner moving in front of him. Made the play, flipped it to Wade Jr. for the out. Runner advances a productive out. And it'll be Webb to Luis Arias. 1 down, 1 on, in scoring position on second. Webb looks in. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. 0-1. He misses inside with the sinker. It's 1-1 to Arias, who has not played in a week after that scary collision at first base in Houston. It is 1-1. Here comes the pitch. An 85-mile-an-hour two-seamer that is fouled away. 1-2 to Arias. He was batting .284. 3 home runs with a 747 OPS before that injury. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. It is 1-2. Here's the pitch. He swings and drives a pitch out to Yastrzemski, who catches it on the very short one-hop. But it did fall. He tried. If he would have dived, the ball could have gotten past him, so he didn't do it. He caught it on a very short one-hop. Throws the ball in so the runner cannot advance from second, but there are now runners on first and second. On the single to right, by Luis Arias. The ball just drops right in front of Yastrzemski. He can't dive and make the play. It's just too far to cover the ground. He charged it with contact, couldn't get there. What do they call that? A dunker. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 to Machado. Machado with runners on. 0-1. Bottom of the second. 1 down. Logan misses inside. Machado's got a good record against Logan Webb. He's batting .364 against Webb. I don't know if it's ownage, but he likes facing him. Webb looking around now. Here comes the pitch. Misses inside. It's 2-1 to Manny Machado with 2 on, 1 down in the bottom of the second. 1-0 is the count. Webb sets, deals. That is a beautiful two-seam, 92-mile-an-hour strike. Looking. 1-1. Here's the pitch. He swings through it. 1-2. Oh, that was strike 3. Whoops. He struck out swinging. Where did I miss the count? I lost the count. Sorry. He struck out swinging. The sweeper. It was the 87-mile-an-hour sweeper there. Sorry, I lost the count. Machado strikes out. That's 2 down. Still 2 on, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Gavin Sheets. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 to Sheets. This has been a long inning for Logan Webb. This will be his 48th pitch. 0-1 to Sheets. He throws. It's in there. Sheets dribbles it to Fitzgerald, who scoops it up and makes the play to first. And the Giants prevent any runs from crossing. But 6 hits now for the Padres in just 2 innings against Logan Webb. It is Padres 3, Giants nothing, as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. I'm just checking out Giants Baseball Corner with the new setup. Yeah, this is better. It's more... Oh, look, we have some... This is a... well, you guys know what these are. 2 varieties of hawks. Found those in Vermont, I think, when I went to the Red Sox game, Fenway last year. Commercial break. Giants down 3-0. We're heading to the 3rd. I'm going to get a beer. Heyo. Oh, yeah, the chat's on. I think it's got a 3-second slow mode. And the usual monitors for curse words or whatever. We're going to the 3rd. Logan Webb and the Giants trail 3-0 down in San Diego. Nick Pivetta, who has looked great, looks in, and it's a swinging foul ball strike by Lamont Wade Jr. 0-1. Pivetta, unbothered. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1. He's got a 3-run lead. He sets, deals, misses high and away. That was the curve again, but in a very bizarre position. Wade just sat there watching it. 2-1 to Lamont Wade Jr. Pivetta throws, misses again, high and away. 3-1. Lamont Wade Jr., whose motto lately has been a walk's as good as a hit. Does it again and draws the walk. The leadoff batter in the top of the 3rd, Lamont Wade Jr., is walked by Nick Pivetta. A man who does not give up a lot of walks, as a matter of fact. I think he was 30 Ks to 7 walks, something like that. Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven deep to right field by Patrick Bailey. That ball is Foul? A very high, towering, long strike one. 0-1 to Bailey from Nick Pivetta with a runner on first base. Here's the pitch. He bunts, shows bunt, doesn't make contact. The ball misses. 1-1. Nobody goes. Everybody freezes with the ball in hand. The catcher leapt up looking for the runner to go. He did not go. This is Patrick Bailey, 1-1. Nick Pivetta with a runner on first. The Wade Jr. who walked. Here's the pitch. A 94-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and fouled away. 1-2 to Patrick Bailey. Pivetta sets, deals, misses high, but Bailey swings and hits it high and out of play behind the plate. It's 1-2. Pivetta sets. The curveball. Wow, mighty. 6-12, 12-6, what do you call those things? Mighty curveball strikes him out looking. Look at this thing. Goes way up, comes right down. 78 mile an hour, almost like an ephus. This guy throws heat. And then he's got this curveball. Pretty good, Nick Pivetta, got to say. He looks in now with one down, throws to Tyler Fitzgerald, who has been away with the contusion from falling on his chest, skidding on his chest. He's at the plate now, 0-1. Pivetta deals, throws. That is also a strike. He swings and knocks it back for a foul. 0-2. Tyler takes a walk. Like he wants to rethink everything. It's 0-2. Pivetta to Tyler Fitzgerald. He deals in there. Struck him out. Pivetta looks in command of the Giants lineup. The Padres lead 3-0. 2 down in the top of the third. Yastrzemski, the top of the order now. 2 down. Lamont Wade Jr. on first. Here's the pitch. The curve in there. 0-1. It's a good pitch. He's starting to get a feel for it, too, now. I guess they're calling that a sweeper. Here's the pitch. High and away. 1-1. Oh, he swung? What? It's 0-2. What happened? He must have swung. That's not right. The count's wrong on the screen. That was a ball. Then he drives one to right field, which is caught. Lined out to right. Tatis Jr. No hits. No runs. 1 walk, base on balls to Lamont Wade Jr., but Nick Pivetta looks in total command of the Giants lineup as the Padres lead 3-0 in San Diego over the San Francisco Giants as we head to the home half of the third. The Giants finally had a day off yesterday. It was 17 straight, the longest gauntlet of the season. They won't play 17 straight again this year, or 16. I think there's a 15 straight stretch in August, September. I checked the 2 gauntlets, and the first one was the one we just ended. Wow, it was nuts. 17 straight days. Imagine going with your coworkers. What if your boss said, all right, you and your coworkers only now are going to work for 17 straight days, no breaks. Oh, and by the way, the first 10, you're going to fly out to the East Coast, and you're going to live in hotels together, even though you've hardly even known each other at all. And then you're going to fly down to LA and stay in hotels, and then you're going to come back, and it'll be 17 straight. I would probably call in sick is what I would do. But anyway, our guys did not call in sick. Instead, they were brilliantly managed by Bomel. And I write about this on the site. They had Monday off at last, the rest. And now the good stuff starts. Webb, low, ball 1 to Xander Bogaerts. He sets, he throws. That's in there. 1-1. Bogaerts already has a run-scoring single in this game. He swings through that one, though. 1-2. A swinging strike. Webb sets, he throws, strikes out Xander Bogaerts with that same pitch. It's that sweeper, I guess. It's cutting away and moving around 84, 85 miles an hour. That's good. The leadoff batter is retired in the bottom of the third. This is Giants Baseball Corner. Logan Webb facing now Iglesias. Here's the pitch. It's in there, but fouled away to the third base side. Oh and 1 to Iglesias. 1 down. Here's the pitch. In there, the 2-seamer. 0-2. Webb sets, throws, and gets him swinging. That's 2 Ks. And now he's looking much more in control of the mound. It's a funny habit Logan Webb has. If you rattle him early, you can sting him. And now Jordan Hicks is looking like one of those guys, too. I wonder if there's some kind of new technique we could use in the case of Hicks, like an opener. Logan Webb sets and throws to Wade. That ball's low and inside and dribbles away back to the backstop. In the last 10 games, Wade has a .296 average. Here's the pitch. In there. Beautiful. 2-seam fastball. Looks like it's going to his elbow and just catches the top inside corner. 1-1 to Wade. Logan Webb sets, throws, swing and a miss. 1-2. Wade was one of the few batters hitting, apparently, over the last 10 games because they have not been putting runs on the board, the Padres. Logan Webb looking in now, 1-2, 2 down. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. He strikes him out. That's 3 Ks. He's claiming the ball hit his bat. Either way, he's tagged and it's called a strikeout. So that's 3 up, 3 strikeouts. Hey, how about that? Logan Webb. And we go to the 4th inning. Boy, this game is moving right along, isn't it? Yeah, so now the battle for the National League West is in full throat. All of us are done playing these American League teams over on the East Coast and in Detroit and wherever the hell these guys have been going. It is time to battle one another. Who do we got next is the question after this. I forgot. After the Pods, we face... I didn't even look at the schedule recently. I was so focused on covering those 17 games. I'll try to write something up for Friday's morning report about it. Okay, so we got this brace against San Diego. Then it's the Rockies, who are terrible. But again, anytime you play over there with the altitude, it's always a little nutty. So that's the first week of May. We've got 4 in Colorado. Oh, no, those aren't in Colorado. They're here. Oh, this is just 2 in San Diego and then come back home. Yeah, we want to win these. We want to shoot down to San Diego and win these and go back home is what we want to do. We have Chicago at home. I'm sorry, we've got Colorado at home, then Chicago on the road, and Minnesota. So 6-gamer to the Midwest. But there's breaks between these games. They're not all in a row. Like we have the 8th of May off. We have the 15th of May off. Okay, here, meanwhile, is Nick Pivetta, who has not allowed a hit in this game. He has had 1 walk, 1 base on balls, and he misses away to Willie Adames. It is 1-0. Pivetta sets, throws. Adames makes contact, drives it deep to right. It's going back, and it is gone. Home run, Willie Adames. On a second pitch fastball from Nick Pivetta. The no-hitter is broken up by the biggest of all hits, the big fly. For Willie Adames. He promised us 38 of those this year. 38 bomberos, he said. And we were all like, dude, we play at Oracle Park. I don't think that's going to happen. But he was pretty excited and adamant that he's going to hit 38 home runs this year. This one would be his second. So 36 más, mi amigo. Okay, Pivetta now has to come back and throws the curve, which is now read and swung on and hit by Jung-Hoo Lee, who tries to leg it out, but cannot. The first pitch curve from Pivetta induces a dribbling grounder, and Jung-Hoo Lee is thrown out. 1 down. 3-1 Padres, top of the 4th. Here's Matt Chapman. Pivetta sets, deals, low and away. It's 1-0. Nick Pivetta, who has been very good, now throws a strike. The fastball right in there. But on the inside where you can't really get purchase on it, Chapman watches it. 1-1 to Matt Chapman. Nick Pivetta sets. Deals. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Chapman. Yeah, on the second pitch, Willie Adames grabbed a high fastball and drove it to dead center and just got it over the wall. It is now 1-2 to Matt Chapman. Pivetta sets, throws. That pitch is high by about 2 inches. 2-2. This is Giants Baseball Corner with your host, Nick Pivetta sets, throws. That ball is also high. That one looked like the curve, but it didn't break. It's a full count now to Chapman. I'm happy for Chapman to draw a walk with Wilmer Flores sitting behind him, the RBI master of our team. Here comes Nick Pivetta on a full count to Matt Chapman. There's the throw. It is a swing and a miss. That was a good pitch. That was a nice looking pitch. What is that? That's like a slurve. What do they call that? Nice pitch. 2 down. Pivetta misses low and away to Wilmer Flores. 1-0. He misses again. Wide away. 2-0. They call it a sweeper, that pitch. Yeah, the full range of his skill set is now starting to come into play. It's not just heaters anymore. 2-0 to Wilmer Flores, though, with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Misses again. 3 straight balls to Wilmer Flores, all missing low and away-ish. Pivetta looking a little unsettled, but with 2 down, another walk wouldn't be that big of a deal. He misses inside. Oh, it's given to him. Wilmer started to walk, and ump gave him a strike. So it is 3-1 to Wilmer Flores with 2 down. Here in the top of the 4th. There's the pitch. Wilmer swings a huge swing right through that and misses. Full count. Pivetta fought his way back to a full count. Wilmer takes a time, steps back, gathers himself. 2 down, full count, top of the 4th. Giants trail by 2 runs. Nick Pivetta sets, throws. Wilmer fouls it off. The count remains 3-2. Nick Pivetta, an unblemished game. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. He strikes out Wilmer Flores. Except for the one hit, a big fly in that inning to Willie Adames. Padres 3, Giants 1. It is 7:36 in the p.m., and you are tuned in to Giants Baseball Corner with your host, and we are watching the San Francisco Giants take on the San Diego Padres at Petco Park in San Diego, California. The score is 3-1, and Nick Pivetta of the Padres has been dominant, except for one swing of the bat by Willie Adames in the last inning, which went for a home run. He has not yet given up a hit. Logan Webb had a rocky start, 6 hits and 3 runs given up in the first inning. Here he is now, a strike. To Jason Hayward. He sets, he throws. Hayward looks at another one, swings, drives this one to the left side, and it falls in front of Elliot Ramos, who misplays it. It is dribbling out there, and here comes Hayward, who puts the brakes on at second. He was looking for a triple. The ball dropped in front of Elliot Ramos. He went to scoop it, slipped. The ball slid behind him, trickled out to left field. He tracked it down and threw it back in before the tall, lanky Hayward. Oh, he is quite old now. You got to admit he's older. That was misplayed by Elliot Ramos in left. That's all you can say about that. And then he slipped again when he got to the warning track and picked up the ball. But he got it in quick. So that's a double. A stand-up double for Jason Hayward, who has been struggling at the plate. And now it's Elias Diaz, the ninth batter in the order. Webb deals. He shows bunt, but looks at a strike at the knees. 0-1 to Elias Diaz. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth. And a runner on second base. Shows bunt again. This one misses. 1-1. Jason Hayward, the tall, lanky, but older. We say veteran player is on second. Logan Webb looks at him, but now looks in, throws, misses, away. It's 2-1. Elias Diaz had a 2-run scoring single in his previous at-bat against Logan Webb. Here comes the pitch. He swings and chips it away behind the plate. It is 2-2. Webb has consistently been in trouble in this game. He looks in, he throws, the pitch is away. It is a full count now to Elias Diaz. Well, I guess that's not true, though. He struck out the side in the previous. But he's in trouble here. Nobody out, a full count, a runner on second. Here's the throw. It is chipped away to the right and into right field. Not deep enough to allow the run to score, but Hayward moves to third. There are runners in the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. This is just off the end of the bat, inside out. A liner over into the right field. Those are the ones that the shift used to kill before they banned the shift. All right, here we go. Fernando Tatis Jr. with runners in the corners, nobody out. Logan Webb has to dig deep. He throws. It is fouled into his ankle. The two-seamer. It's 0-1 to Tatis Jr. All right, here we go. Logan Webb checks first, looks in, makes the throw. It is a dribbler back to the mound. Patrick Bailey picks it up. The runner advances, but they get the out at first. One down, runners at second and third. Effectively a swinging bunt because the ball just died in the grass in front of the plate. Runners in scoring position. Bottom of the fourth, one down. Logan Webb trying to get out of the jam. He has already given up 6 hits and 3 runs in this game. He looks in, throws. That's a beautiful two-seamer. Strike one. 0-1 to Arias, who is red hot against Logan Webb in his career. He has a .615 average, Arias does, against Logan Webb. 8 for 13. Here's the pitch. Ooh, he swings at a pitch that cuts into his knees. What? 0-2 on a crazy-looking. That ball fooled him. That's what we can say there. He is taking a walk. He is readjusting everything now. He's readjusting his gloves as he's walking away. He's stepping back into the box now because that fooled him. 0-2 from Webb to Arias, who has some ownage, apparently. Here comes the pitch. High and away and fouled away. Count remains 0-2. Logan Webb in trouble here and facing a guy who has good numbers against him. The strikeout god looking deep now. 0-2. Here's the pitch. It is low. the two-seamer falls outside of the zone. It is 1-2 now to Arias. Here's the pitch. He swings, drives it to right center, where it is caught by Elliot Ramos. Left center, sorry. They tag up. Here comes the throw, not in time. Another run will score on the sac fly. Making it 4-1 with 2 down and a runner on second in the bottom of the fourth inning in San Diego. Elliot Ramos caught that ball standing in front of Jung Ho Lee, if you know what I mean. That's how far over it was. I don't think either of them could have made it to the plate, though. The lights have gone out at the yard. I don't know what's going on here. All right, there we go. Manny Machado now. 2 outs and Risp. He's 4 for 9. And that's his situation now. He's got 2 doubles and 3 RBI and 5 runs in this situation. Here's the pitch. Inside at the knees. It's 1-0 from Logan Webb to Manny Machado. Okay. Webb sets, deals. It's driven right up the middle. That's another RBI. For Manny Machado, who singles in Diaz. And it is now 5-1 Padres. The Giants now hoping to keep it close so they can get to the bullpen, but the bullpen of the Padres has the lowest ERI of any ERI. Oh, they've got him caught. They've got Machado caught in a rundown. That's great. That is great. They pick off Manny Machado on the base pads. He was jumping around, and Webb saw it, threw it to Lamont Wade Jr., and they had him trapped and got him in the rundown. So the inning comes to a close. But the Padres are able to tack on 2 more. It's 5-1 Pods. As Logan Webb continues to struggle in San Diego in Game 1 of the brace. Quick trip to San Diego. And so far, the guests look like they've been a little road weary. Strange to play 17 in a row, get a day off, then have to fly out of town just in the state for a couple of games and fly back. But what is that, a 50-minute flight? I've taken that flight. It's about 50 minutes, maybe. No, more than that. I think it's an hour and 10 minutes. And you're in the same time zone. It's not as if you're losing clock. And Petco is a good park. A little smaller. I think it's a hitter's park. Well, we'll see what the Giants do. Can they respond? Trying to see if we have something else we can listen to. How about ocean waves? I like that. I record the sound of oceans all over the place. And that's nice. I was going to look for audience sounds. I'm wondering if they had... I wonder if there's a YouTube channel with baseball audience sounds, you know? That'd be kind of cool. Okay, Nick Pivetta goes back to work. He's got a 4-run lead now in the top of the 5th, and his first pitch is a strike. 0-1 to Elliot Ramos. Pivetta sets, deals. Ramos swings. He drives it deep to center field, but that's going to stay in the park and be caught on the warning track. 1 down on 2 pitches for Nick Pivetta in the top of the 5th. Now, he has 3 games this year, scoreless 7 innings he's pitched. So this is a guy who is very capable of giving them a quality start. And he doesn't walk a lot of guys, so we're going to have to figure out how to get a hit here. This is Pivetta sets, he deals. Lamont Wade Jr. looks at it, but it's called a strike. Though it was high, it looked like to me. 0-1 to Lamont Wade Jr., who did draw a walk, the only walk in the game that Pivetta has given up. Pivetta shakes, he looks, he deals. Swing and a miss on the 94-mile-an-hour heater. 0-2 quickly to Lamont Wade Jr. So 4 pitches, this guy has 1 out, 2 strikes. Nick Pivetta looks in, throws. That's the big curveball. Wow. Strikes him out with a 78-mile-an-hour curveball that looked like that. Wade just looked at it, and he's walking away like, what? Pretty impressive pitch there, my friends. 2 down on the strikeout looking curveball. Nick Pivetta. All right, Patrick Bailey now. Pivetta sets, throws. Bailey managed to drive the first pitch into right field for a base hit. 2 down, 1 on for the Giants. A little too early for rally caps, I think. All right. Patrick Bailey on first. Tyler Fitzgerald returned to the lineup. He's capable of some damage. 286, 2 home runs, 779 OPS. Pivetta deals. Tyler swings on the first pitch and fouls it back. 0-1. He swings, does Tyler, and manages to get he lopes a ball over to left field for a base hit. This is crazy. This was a curveball, and Tyler held up because you could see it was going to be slow, but he managed to get the bat on the ball and loop it out to left field. So there are back-to-back singles from the Giants with 2 down, and now the top of the order, Mike Yastrzemski, coming to bat. Can we get a little 2-out magic here? Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. 2 down. Runners on first and second for Yastrzemski. Pivetta stops. That's a disengagement, but he doesn't make a throw. Fitzgerald on first. Patrick Bailey on second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Yaz looks at it. 0-1 to Mike Yastrzemski. Pivetta checks second, sets, throws, misses wide outside. 1-1 to Yastrzemski. This is the most trouble Pivetta has been in all day. He sets, he deals, swing, and driven foul by Yastrzemski. It's 1-2 to Mike. Pivetta had been pretty much untouchable, except for the Adames homer, until this inning. And back-to-back singles now. Runners on first and second with 2 down for Mike Yastrzemski. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. It's high. A little chin music. 2-2. Pivetta looks bothered. He's walking off the mound. He's stalking about a little bit. He wanted this to go quickly after the 2 outs from 4 pitches, and now he's given up 2 singles. He looks in. He throws the curveball, that beautiful curveball. Mike Yastrzemski is able to chip it away and stay alive. It remains 2-2. Two down, 2 on, 2-2 to Mike Yastrzemski. And the Padres pitching coach is coming out to have a chat with Pivetta, who has suddenly looked a little shaken after a dominant 4 innings, in which the home run, which was the only hit, that wasn't even a bad pitch. Adames grabbed a ball that was at the very top of the zone and just muscled it, powered it out. Just barely got it over the wall. So Pivetta looks pretty good. He's got a 4-run lead. I can't imagine they would pull him out when he's in line to get the win. But they're out there chatting with him, so that's a mound visit. You have to register that as a mound visit. Here we go. The pitch in there. Strikes him out with the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and the inning is over. The Giants manage a couple of singles. They have 3 hits, but they plate no one as Pivetta stalks off the mound, pumping his fist. Excited he has a 4-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Well, the Giants trail the Padres 5-1. This is a 2-game set, and then we go back to San Francisco, and it is listed that Landon Rope will be the pitcher tomorrow night. That does surprise me, if I'm honest. I don't really understand why that's happened. But okay, we're doing that. And tonight, the Padres are jumping all over Logan Webb. After several days scoreless, this team, the Padres have scored only 3 runs over the weekend and were shut out for 3 games before that. And they've chosen tonight at home to wake up against Logan Webb, who pitches, and it's in there for a strike. That's 0-1 to Gavin Sheets, who has walked and scored a run. Here's a pitch that's away. 1-1 to Sheets. Here's the pitch. It's in there. Sheets hits it to Lamont Wade Jr. Webb covers the bag. Wade flips it to Webb, who just outruns Sheets 1 down. Logan Webb with 1 down, nobody on, looks in and throws to, oh, wow. Xander Bogaerts just rifled a line drive straight to first baseman Lamont Wade Jr., who leapt in the air and made the catch, snagging the ball out of the air, 2 down. Beautiful defensive play by first baseman Lamont Wade Jr. to rob Bogarts of a line drive single. Now it's Iglesias with 2 down. Logan Webb looks in. He throws. That ball is fouled off to the third base side. 0-1 to Jose Iglesias, who is 1 for 2 today with a 2-run single. Logan Webb, 0-1 to Iglesias. Here's the pitch. It's in there. No, it's off the plate inside at the knees. It's 1-1 to Iglesias. Logan Webb pitches. That is right in there, and Iglesias drives it to center field where Jung-Hoo Lee runs in, makes the catch, and the Padres go down. We will now head to the top of the 6th inning. Will it still be Pivetta? Or will the Padres go to their vaunted bullpen, which has, shall we say, the lowest ERA as a team bullpen in the majors? Either way, the Giants have a lot of work to do, down 4 runs here. This is Giants Baseball Corner. I am your host. I'm not really calling games that much, but I'm trying to get into practice. So I'm calling this one. And you, one viewer, are the only viewer. So thank you for viewing or listening, as the case may be. It's mostly a radio show, isn't it? Not really a visual. I mean, you can see the corner. There's a lot of exciting things to see in the corner. But you can see the score, I guess. You don't really need the visual. It's more of a podcast than a vlog, isn't it? Well, it was a long break. Not even the stretch. We're just going to the top of the 6th now. But for some reason, there's a long, long break here. A quiet 5th for Logan Webb, thankfully. Rough start tonight. He's given up 5 runs. It is Pivetta. He remains out there with a 4-run lead, top of the 6th, going for what would be his 4th 7-inning outing, and that is a perfect 90-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Adames, who was 1 for 2 with a solo home run here, 0-1 against Nick Pivetta. Here comes the pitch. The curveball misses this time. Boy, it's got a lot of on it. Low with the curveball. It's 1-1 to Adames. Pivetta, the clock almost runs out. Sets, deals. He misses high. And Adames holds off. That's good. 2-1. That pitch was tempting. It was just above and Adames held back. Now he calls for time. And it is granted. Adames is given a second here to think about it. It's 2-1 to Willy Adames, who already has homered in this game against Pivetta. The first hit yielded. Here's the pitch. It is inside. 3-1 now from Nick Pivetta to Willy Adames. He is starting to look human in the last inning in it and the beginning of this inning. Jung-Hoo Lee is on deck. There's the pitch. It's in there. The 95-mile-an-hour fastball is in there for a strike. And the count is full. Jung-Hoo Lee on deck. Pivetta looks in. A full count to Adames. Here's the pitch. Adames rips it. Foul. There goes the curve again. He rips it foul. 3-2 it remains. A full count. Pivetta looks in. Sets. Makes the throw. Adames grabs it and lines it out deep into the gap. He is legging it for second and will make it easily. A double on a very good at-bat. The one guy not bothered by Nick Pivetta on this Giants side has now doubled after homering. It is a leadoff double for Willy Adames. Beautiful swing there. All right. Rolls all the way out to the wall between left and center. Adames now on second, nobody out. Pivetta looks into Jung-Hoo Lee. The curveball misses away. It is 1-0 to Jung-Hoo Lee. In the National League, he is fifth in batting. He's tied for fifth in extra base hits. Here comes the pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's 1-1 from Pivetta to Jung-Hoo Lee with a runner on. Pivetta looks at second, and Adames now sets. He throws. Jung-Hoo Lee hits it up over the second baseman into center field. Adames is flooring it, and he will make it home. The Giants have a run-scoring single from Jung-Hoo Lee. It is 5-2. With nobody out. He went down and got that, lifted it over the second baseman into second. Adames had his head down the whole way. I don't even think he looked at the sign. And scored standing. There's a meeting on the mound now to talk to Pivetta. Nobody out. The score is 5-2. There is a runner on. In the bullpen, the right-handed pitcher Jeremiah Estrada is warming up. They might be killing time to bring him in. They're chatting with Pivetta now. Here in the top of the sixth, Pivetta will stay in the game to face Matt Chapman. There's nobody out. There's a runner on, Jung-Hoo Lee, who singled just now to score. The speedy Willy Adames, who doubled and scored the second run of this game for the Giants. Matt Chapman is 0 for 2 today with a pop out and strikeout. Now looks at Nick Pivetta with a runner on. Chapman is ready. That ball is away and outside. 1-0. Pivetta definitely looking more mortal now. Jung-Hoo Lee leads off at first. Pivetta deals. Chapman fouls it back out of play. It's 1-2. Oh, no, 1-1, sorry. 1-1 is the count. Pivetta looks in at Chapman. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And now it's 1-2. Pivetta breathing heavy now. Stares in. He's used the four-seam fastball 60% of the time. The sweeper 17%. The curve 11% of the time. He looks in now on a 1-2 count with a runner on to Matt Chapman. The pitch is high by a good foot. It's 2-2 to Chapman. Jung-Hoo Lee is on first. There's nobody out. Here's the pitch. He swings on the curveball and misses. That is a true weapon for this guy. Matt Chapman strikes out. That's one down for the Giants with one on and one in here in the sixth. That curveball is tough to hit, and Chapman just looked like a person who learned that. And that's going to be it for Nick Pivetta. He gets Chapman and will be replaced now by, I believe it's Jeremiah. Well, I'll wait to tell you who it is when we see who it is out there. All right, so that's a pitching change. Pivetta leads as the pitcher of record with a 5-2 lead. And now time for the San Diego Padres bullpen, which is the best bullpen, arguably, in the country. It has the lowest ERA as a team. So let's see what they got. Oh, look at this. This is stadium crowd sound effects. Should we do that? They might be out of sync to the action, though. Wow, those fans down in San Diego are really making a lot of noise during the commercial break. And we're back. It is Jeremiah Estrada, whose first pitch to Wilmer Flores is a strike, and second pitch is a strike. It's 0-2 to Wilmer Flores quickly, as there's one down. Jeremiah Estrada, right-hander, throws. That's high and away. Oh, but he tipped it, and it's caught. Strikeout. So Flores is gone. 2 down. Jeremiah Estrada looks in to Elliot Ramos. Here's the pitch. Ramos holds back. They check with first. He is safe. He did not swing. There are 2 down. Jung-Hoo Lee is on first. Elliot Ramos is at the plate, facing the first reliever in this game for the Padres, Estrada. Estrada looks in. He throws. Elliott tries to turn on it and swings and misses. It's 1-1 to Elliot Ramos. Estrada doesn't even look at Jung-Hoo Lee. Doesn't care what he does. Here's the pitch. It's high. Jung-Hoo Lee, for his part, is not moving. He remains at first. Melvin has not sent him. There are 2 down. It's 2-1. Now he's taking a pretty big lead here. Estrada doesn't even look. Here's the pitch. In there. A 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss by Elliot Ramos. It's 2-2. And Jung-Hoo Lee stays put. 2 down, 2-2. Ramos at the plate against Jeremiah Estrada. It is driven right up the middle. That's a base hit. The speedy Jung-Hoo Lee makes it to third easily. And now, with 2 down, there are runners in the corners. A grounder right up the middle by Elliot Ramos. Well hit. You talk about hitting them where they ain't. Elliot Ramos put it right up the middle. Nobody there. 2 down, runners in the corners. The Giants trying to get something going here. Down 3 runs against the bullpen. Jeremiah Estrada looks in on an 0-1. 1-0, sorry, to Lamont Wade Jr. Lamont Wade Jr., 1 ball, no strikes. Runners in the corners, 2 down, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. High and away. Not close. 2-0 to Lamont Wade Jr., who already has a walk in this game. Estrada deals. Swing and a miss. That one looked like a two-seamer, a sinker. It is 2-1 to Lamont Wade Jr. with runners in the corners and the Giants trailing by 3. Estrada looks in. He checks over his shoulder but doesn't make a throw. Now he pitches. A 98-mile-an-hour fastball is driven out of play. A foul by Lamont Wade Jr. It is 2-2. Two down, 2-2. Runners in the corners. Lamont Wade Jr. facing Estrada. Here's the pitch. Wade manages to drive it deep into left field. This is going to get trapped in the corner and rattle around. Lee will score, and running around third now. Here comes Ramos at the plate. They will not make the play. And 2 runs are driven in by Lamont Wade Jr. on a triple deep to left. And just like that, the Giants are right back in this one. That ball just skipped around and rattled around over there in the corner. By the time it was scooped up, Ramos was getting the full signal there from Matty. Beautiful. All righty. A-O. Who's that? A-O, but yeah, A-O. 5-4 on the triple by Lamont Wade Jr., who wants to come home. It's 0-1 to Patrick Bailey. Estrada looks in, 2 down, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Bailey swings and fouls it back on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-2 quickly to Pat Bailey. 90 feet away is the tying run in the form of Lamont Wade Jr., who stands on third base after a triple that cleared the bases, bringing 2 in. Patrick Bailey looks now at the pitch from Estrada. It is high and away. The 98-mile-an-hour fastball misses by about a 1.5 feet. It is 1-2 now. In the bullpen, the left-handed pitcher Morajon is warming up. Estrada looks in. He throws. Uh-oh. Bailey drives it to center field. No, it's not going to be deep enough. It is caught. And that is the final out of the inning, or the top half of the inning. But the Giants get 2 more. It is now 5-4. At Estrada of the vaunted Padre bullpen was roughed up. A-O. It's just you and me, A-O. What's on your mind today? I'm drinking palm juice out of a Chimay cup now. Pomegranate juice out of a Chimay cup is my exciting Tuesday night. What do you think of this background? Driving home now. Okay. I'm using audience sound effects now for the background. So far, we've had music, we've had ocean sounds, and now we have audience. Baseball audience as stadium crowd sound effects from the internet. All righty, it's the bottom of the 6th inning. I wonder if Logan Webb will be out there. He should be, though he's thrown a lot of pitches. He has looked better as the game has worn on. And the defense behind him has been better as well. It's not going to be him, though. It's going to be Eric Miller. The big left-hander will be pitching to Tyler Wade. So it will either be a loss or a no decision for Logan Webb today. He just didn't have it. And to their credit, the Padres tagged him. They made him pay early, and then they pressed. And their guy, Nick Pivetta, was unhittable for 4 innings. So this is turning into quite a good game. And it also shows us that both these teams are pretty good. Eric Miller now throws in there for a strike to Tyler Wade. These are 2 pretty good teams. There have not been a lot of mistakes in this game. This has been high performance by 2 of the best in the NL West, which is the best division in the nation. There's another swing and a miss for a strike. Eric Miller has been in 11 games this year. He has a 1.00 ERA as a reliever, that is. Here's the pitch. That one bounces in the dirt. It's 1-2. We have some really cute girls in the hospitality spaces ad for group outing. Book a group outing today at Padres.com, and these cute girls will all sit with you. Here's the pitch from Eric Miller. It is just misses. Away outside by just a couple of inches. It's 2-2 to Tyler Wade. In the bottom of the 6th, Miller having come in for Logan Webb, his first batter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Bailey, who now has to throw to first. And it's in time. 1 down with a strikeout is how that'll be scored. Swinging. Now Jason Hayward steps in. Slider, strike 1. Eric Miller moving fast now. Here's the pitch. Oh, fouled away to the first base side. It's 0-2. Quickly to Jason Hayward with 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. The Giants feel like they've got some life now a little bit, having scored in the top frame. Here's the pitch. That misses outside. 1-2 to Jason Hayward from Eric Miller. That was the sinker. He sets, he deals. That one misses as well. The slider outside, well outside. The count is now 2-2 to Hayward with 1 down, bottom of the 6th. Eric Miller, the big lefty, the only lefty on the staff in the bullpen, throws and is low. The count is now full. Eric Miller sets, he throws, and that is driven. The high fastball is driven to right center field, where it falls in front of Mike Yastrzemski for a base hit. Jason Hayward singles. So with 1 down and a runner on, Eric Miller will... That was a good pitch. Good hitting. It didn't really hang. He just powered it over there. All right, Jason Hayward standing on first now. Elias Diaz steps in to face Eric Miller. who has thrown 11 pitches. That was a good at-bat for the veteran Hayward. Here's the pitch. It's in there, but popped up the first base side. Lamont Wade Jr. tracks it down and makes the catch. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. By the way, on that Wade Jr. bases clearing hit, it was scored a double, and then he was given the third base on the throwing error by Machado because that ball wasn't anywhere near the plate or the cutoff man. So that's how that was scored. Here's the pitch from Miller. Swing and a miss by Tatis Jr. 2 down, 1 on, 0-1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. from Eric Miller. In a 5-4 ball game, Miller trying to hold here. Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's fouled off to the third base side. Chappie tracks it down and tosses it into the crowd. 0-2 to Fernando Tatis Jr. Miller checks first, now throws 98 mile an hour. Four-seamer is fouled off. The count remains 0-2 to Fernando Tatis Jr. from Eric Miller. Miller sets, throws. It's in the dirt, but trapped by Bailey. It's 1-2. Fernando Tatis Jr., who does not have a hit. He's 0-3 in this, 0-3 in this game. Here's the pitch. It's way inside. Nearly got him. Caught by Bailey near his hip. That's 2-2. Miller missed with this one. Tatis leaps up out of the way. 2-2. Miller throws to Tatis. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Eric Miller strikes out Fernando Tatis Jr. to end the inning. All right. We go to the top of the 7th. All righty. We are in San Diego, California. Nick Pivetta had an incredible outing today. He was pretty tough. But the Giants were resilient. Willy Adames showed no fear, hit a home run and a double off Pivetta. The rest of the Giants waited till Estrada came in and tacked on. So we go now to the top of the 7th. The score is 5-4. Morejon looks in to Tyler Fitzgerald. First pitch is a strike, fouled away. 97 mile an hour. heater. I guess it was a sinker. Coming from the lefty, Adrian Morejon. Morejon. Here's the pitch, 0-1 to Tyler Fitzgerald. High, 1-1. Fitzy has that loping hit in this game. He looks happy to be back out there. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It is 1-2 to Tyler Fitzgerald. In the top of the seventh with nobody out, the leadoff batter, second baseman Tyler Fitzgerald. Morejon, the reliever, takes a deep breath, looks in, sets, throws, low. Tyler holds off. It is 2-2. Mets, Giants, and Padres lead in largest run differential. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and fouled away. A 98-mile-an-hour fastball driven out of play to the stands. Yeah, run differential. Giants are looking pretty good. Here comes the pitch. In there! He gets him looking with the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Down goes Tyler Fitzgerald, and we'll be back to the top of the order. Mike Yastrzemski. Good pitch, 98-mile-an-hour sinker from Morejon. Morejon? I think it's Jean, no? Okay, Mike Yastrzemski steps in now. Here's the pitch. Ooh, another beautiful 98-mile-an-hour pitch right in there, 0-1. Yastrzemski is 3 for 4 with a double and 2 RBI in his career against Adrian Morejon, so he's got a little bit of ownage, as they say. Here's the pitch. Way outside. It's 1-1. Top of the order here in the top of the seventh with one down and a 1-1 count. Reliever Morejon deals. That's high. And Yastrzemski fouls it back and out of play. It's 1-2. All righty. Morejon sets. He throws and just misses outside, not by much. And Yastrzemski patiently looks at it. Good take, Mike. It is 2-2 with one down in the top of the seventh inning. The Giants trail by 1. Mike Yastrzemski awaits the pitch. Here it is. And again, Morejon misses by just 2 inches on the outside of the box. And again, Yastrzemski does not move. It is a full count. A 99-mile-an-hour sinker that misses outside. Morejon walks around the mound. Now he looks down. He looks in. It's a full count. Here's the pitch. And it's driven right back up the middle, but this time they are positioned well. And he is thrown out. 2 down. Morejon will now face Willy Adames, who has a homer and a double in this game. "36 bomberos." He has to hit more. But anyway, here he goes. 2 down. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Looking. Adames sees an 88-mile-an-hour sinker fall right in the pocket. He's 2 for 3 with a solo homer and a double and has scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch. High and inside. That's a ball. 1-1 to Willy Adames. 2 down here in the top of the seventh. Adames looking to tie this game up with one swing of the bat. Morejon looks in. He pitches. Adames swings and fouls it away. It's 1-2, the 98-mile-an-hour fastball there. 1-2 to Adames. 5-4 Padres here in the top of the 7th in San Diego. Morejon looks in. He throws. Adames looks at the 87-mile-an-hour strike and goes down. That ends the inning. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Who wants to do it? Da 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 da. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, 'cause it's root for the Giants. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's go Giants. 7th inning stretch. Everybody get up and touch your toes. Touch your nose. Touch something. You're listening to crowd noise off the internet here. We are going to the bottom of the 7th with the Padres leading 5-4. Eric Miller held in the previous inning. And the Giants will now have Randy Rodriguez, who here at Giants Baseball Corner, we call Randy Rodriguez the Wall. He is the guy you want out there when there's runners on base left behind by a starting pitcher or by someone else, because he doesn't let them across. So the Wall, Randy Rodriguez, will be pitching the bottom of the 7th inning now, when he will be facing Luis Arraez to start. He's been in 11 games. He has a 1-0 record. And guess what his ERA is? 0. Rodriguez looks in. He pitches. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like it hit the ump on the shin guard or something. It's a ball. 1-0 to Luis Arraez from Randy Rodriguez, who tries it again. Sets, throws, almost the exact same place, but a beautiful 98-mile-an-hour right in the lower corner there. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Randy Rodriguez looks in to Arraez in the bottom of the 7th. Pitches. That's high and away. It's 2-1. Four-seam fastballs. Randy Rodriguez to Luis Arraez. Here's the pitch. In there with the curve, which is popped up to center field and caught by Elliot Ramos, who comes drifting in from left behind Willie Adames. He called for it in front of Adames, and Adames put his hands like this and looked down and let him catch it behind him. It's kind of cute. We were talking about a lack of communication in the infield the last couple of weeks as they try to figure out who they all are and how to communicate. And it's good to see some of that kind of stuff happening properly. So that's 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th for Randy Rodriguez on 4 pitches. He looks into Machado, pitches, swing and a miss on the sinker there. 0-1 from Rodriguez to Machado. Randy Rodriguez has not allowed a run or a walk in 11 games since the start of this season. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1 to Manny Machado. The Wall, as we call him, Randy Rodriguez on a 1-1 count to Manny Machado. Looks in, sets, deals. It's low and away. It's 2-1. That was the slider. But Manny didn't chase. Manny's 2 for 3 with 2 singles today. Let's see if Rodriguez can get him. Here's the pitch. It's right in the middle of the plate and beautifully commanded. An 84-mile-an-hour slider. Swing and a miss. That's 2-2 to Manny Machado. Good pitch. Here we go. 1 down, bottom of the 7th, 2-2. Rodriguez to Machado. He sets, he throws in there. Machado drills it out to left field where it is caught. A liner that is caught by Elliot Ramos as he's running to his left like that, backhanded like that. Nice catch, Elliot Ramos. Good play. And that's 2 down. This ball is roped out to left. And Elliot Ramos tracks it down, times it perfectly, and snags it out of the air. Good catch. Okay, Rodriguez to Sheets in there for a strike. The 4-seam fastball. 0-1 to Gavin Sheets is Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. Oh, inside. Did it hit him? It hit him on the elbow, or at least he says it hit him on the elbow, and they're giving him the base. I'm not sure that ball hit him. I want to see us. Bob Melvin is looking in like, give me a break, buddy. He's asking to look at it. I don't think that ball hit him. Melvin looked up there, and now he's giving the signal to look at it. Does this ball hit him? We're looking at the slow-mo here. The ball does not touch him at all. He pretends. Gavin Sheets totally is busted by super slow-mo right here, dude. So the play is under review, and Bob is standing there with his arms crossed like, what a clown. This guy tried to get on base, faking as if he had gotten hit. Now they're all watching it together. The ball is coming in on his hands. It doesn't touch him. The ball doesn't touch him. The ball doesn't touch him. This is a crazy moment here because the guy on base is, to this moment, acting as if it hit him. Gavin Sheets is standing there. They're all smiling. Nobody knows what to do here. The ball didn't touch you, pal. You pretended it touched you. We're looking at the replay review room and all the different views they have of it. Now, this is either an HBP in the worst possible way, or this is going to be overturned. They're coming back now. And he's going to be looking at a... No way. Play stands. Unbelievable. Oh, my God. That was the worst. That was the worst. This clown is standing on first because nobody wants to look bad right now. And Bob went straight to it, too. You guys are gutless, Padre pigs. Oh, karma's going to take you down. So Rodriguez has a base runner now on a supposed hit by pitch. So here comes Xander Bogaerts. Rodriguez is not happy. He throws. Fastball in there. Strike 1. Looking. 0-1 to Bogaerts with a runner on who has just been given first base for no reason. We have technology. Here comes the pitch, and it is fouled off up the third base side. That's 0-2 quickly to Bogaerts. Oh, I'm still seething about that. That guy pretended, and then the whole nation could see that he didn't, and he didn't confess to it. Yeah, a person like that, you can't trust him. Here's the pitch way outside. It'll be 1-2 to Bogaerts with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th, and a runner on. A zombie runner is on first base. We have a zombie runner in the middle of the game now. Here's the pitch, low in the dirt. Bailey scoops it and looks like he's going to throw to first, but the zombie runner makes it back. It is 2-2 with 2 down, and a zombie runner is standing on first base. Bogarts is at the plate. Randy Rodriguez, the wall, is on the mound. Sets. He throws to first. Not in time. The zombie is pretty quick, actually, for being a zombie. Gavin Sheets, big stupid liar. Big dumb-faced liar that you are. All right, Gavin Sheets takes a lead now. Rodriguez pitches. It is driven deep to left and gone. A home run for Xander Bogaerts is a 2-run homer thanks to a fake hit by pitch on a bogus replay review. That might be the most bogus replay review I have ever seen in my life. Tire Nation can see the ball does not hit him. The ball goes by. There's space between the elbow and the ball. You can see it. The ball never changes spin, never changes rotation, did not hit him. Doesn't matter now. It's 7-4 Padres as Xander Bogaerts takes the wall deep. He was clearly shaken. That's a shame. Those are the first runs given up this season by Randy Rodriguez. It's a bummer that they come that way. He was clearly shaken by what happened, and he gave up the meatball. Okay, Rodriguez looks in. He misses. It's 1-0, and then he gets a strike. It's 1-1 to Iglesias. 2 down. The bases are empty, of course. That's a disappointing way for the wall to register his first runs of the season. He now pitches low. It is 1-1. 2-1, rather. 2-1 to Jose Iglesias. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. 96-mile-an-hour rising heater is fouled deep down the left field line, but out of play. Oh, that's a shame. This has been a very good game so far. Well played. Melvin sat there. He thought about it, and they said, yeah, I want to go look at it. And they went to look at it. It was clear he wasn't hit by pitch. That is a terrible call. And now that runner, the zombie runner, has crossed the plate. Big, dumb, goofy Gavin Sheets. What a big, dumb liar he is. Gavin Sheets is a big, dumb liar. That's what I learned. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Fouled away. It is a full count now to Iglesias. After the big, dumb Gavin Sheets scored, the zombie runner. Full count, 2 down. Here's the pitch. It is a dribbler hit to Adames, who picks it up and throws him out. Oh, wait. The ball hits the dirt, and the runner is safe. Adames is saying, my bad. He blows the throw. Willie Adames on a routine ground ball blows the throw to first. It is low. The first poor play of the game. This inning has been brought to you by a zombie runner who was sent to first base for no reason whatsoever. Didn't do anything, just got allowed to have first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1 to Wade. Tyler Wade. Oh, I guess he fouled that one off. I'm so disappointed. Fouls this one off as well. It's 0-2 quickly. Oh, that was such a bummer, man. You know, it felt like we were clawing our way back into this thing. And if they would have had a... Rodriguez looks in on an 0-2 count. It is fouled away by Tyler Wade. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Referees are BS, my friends. Total BS. That was a blown call. It affected the game. What a joke. Now we got to win. Randy in. Now he's high outside. It's 1-2. Randy Rodriguez, unfortunately, has given up 2 earned runs on a home run in this inning. It is 2 down, 1-2. Here's the pitch. It is fouled off again by Tyler Wade, who stays alive. Remains 1-2. Oh, man, that was a bummer. Two down, 1-2. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven to center. High pop fly where it is caught by Jung-Hoo Lee. And that will end the inning, but not before the damage is done because of a zombie runner. And then Rodriguez just left that ball plumb over the plate for Bogarts, who did not miss. And drilled the homer out to left field. The Giants now trail 7-4. Thanks, zombie. Big, stupid, dumb idiot. Gavin Sheets. Liar. You liar. Well, it's 7-4, thanks to low-life scumbag Gavin Sheets, who is a liar, in San Diego. Don't trust that guy. You know what I mean? Gavin Sheets, scumbag. All righty, well, here we go. The Giants are going to have to get him back against, is this Bohm? No, Jason Adam now pitching. He misses with the four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. And then he gets him with a slider looking. That's 1-1 to Jung-Hoo Lee with nobody out in the top of the eighth, and the Giants down by 3 runs. Adam looks in, throws, and Jung-Hoo Lee swings on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball to center field. It is caught. 1 down on a flyout. It'll be Matt Chapman. Jason Adam in there for a strike. This guy's got a kind of an interesting delivery. It's 0-1 to Chapman with 1 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. This guy has a really interesting looking delivery. It's got a hitch in it, and he uses his hand in a kind of a funny way right before he releases it. You can't tell whether that's going to be a slider or a fastball so far, but here it's Adam looks, throws high. 1-2. Chapman career versus Adam is 1 for 5 with a homer. His 1 hits and a homer. Here's the pitch on a 1-2 count. It's outside, 2-2. Here's the pitch. He misses again. Oh, but they gave it to him. Come on. Ah, this game's gone sour, my friends. That's a strikeout looking. And this ball, here's the replay. It is well outside. It is an 88-mile-an-hour changeup that is clearly outside the box. I mean, it was framed, and he jerked his hand to bring it in. Get out of here, dude. That's terrible. This game has gotten sour on bad calls. Here's Wilmer Flores. He looks at a pitch way outside, 1-0. Flores is 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. He could be having the sombrero here. Taco, what do they call it? The golden sombrero. In there, that's a strike, 1-1. Oh, my God. This is terrible. Swing, and he drives it out of play. 1-2 to Wilmer Flores, who is a strike away from a golden sombrero, my friends. Not what you want to hear. Top of the 8th. Here's the pitch. He swings and fights it off. It remains 1-2. Jason Adam, trying to get the strikeout of Flores, which would be his 4th. Here's the pitch. Oh, come on. It was well high, and they called it a strikeout. Golden sombrero for Wilmer Flores on a terrible call. This ball is high and inside by 6 inches. We're in the middle of the 8th. This is terrible. Terrible. This game has gone sour with bad calls. Oh, the sourness. What a bummer, man. That's so disappointing. This game was going really well. 2 good teams going head-to-head. And then Gavin Sheets, like a little piece of shit, dude. Come on. He went like this. The ball didn't hit him, and he pretended it hit him. Up gave it to him. They reviewed it. You can see it doesn't hit him. And they don't send him back to the plate. And then the next pitch is a home run. 2-run homer. I mean, it's his fault. You can't get shaken, but he leaves a bad taste in the mouth, you know. And then these calls at the end have been ridiculous. I mean, umpiring these days, you know, I really worry. We should get back to. We should start using the robot umps, in my opinion, because this is pointless. The outcome is radically affected by bad umps. Lou Trevino will now step on the mound for the Giants. Trevino has been very good to start and then struggled a little bit. And now his first pitch to Jason Hayward is a strike. It's 0-1 to Hayward. Lou Trevino sets, throws inside, 1-1. Bottom of the 8th. Padres lead 7-4. It's 1-1 to Hayward from Lou Trevino, who sets and throws and misses outside. 2-1 to Jason Hayward. Here's the pitch. He swings, and it hits to Lamont Wade Jr. at first. Trevino covers the bag. Wade flips it to him for 1 out. That's 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Well, the Giants will have one last chance to try to win this game. Here's a pitch outside from Trevino with 1 down. It's a 1-0 count to Diaz. He misses again, low and away. Trevino not looking sharp. He's 2-0 to Diaz. It's going to be the bottom of the order, too, for the Giants, unless Bomel goes to a DH or some other hitters. This could be trouble. 2-0 now. Lou Trevino looking in at Diaz. Here's the pitch. It's high and inside, not close. 3 straight balls from Lou Trevino to Elias Diaz, who's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a run. Here's the pitch. In there. The 95-mile-an-hour heater is a strike. It's 3-1. Robert Suarez is warming up for the Padres in the bullpen. Here's the pitch from Trevino. It is a strike, lifted to right, and Yastrzemski, it's an easy catch. He trots over and makes it. It's 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. It was a good game until it wasn't. Unfortunately, Randy Rodriguez had the seal broken today. He gave up the first runs he's given up this entire year. Here's the pitch. Trevino in. Beautiful pitch. The 2-seamer gets him swinging. Tatis swings and misses 0-1. Trevino sets, throws, low and away. 1-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. has been frustrated today. He's 0 for 4. Here's the pitch. In there, dribbled to Adames, who backhands it and throws out Tatis Jr., and the Padres go quietly. We go now to the top of the 9th inning. The Giants trail by 3. It'll be the top of the order. Yastrzemski, Adames, Jung-Hoo Lee. It's actually our best face forward, my friends. Within 3 runs, facing Suarez. Robert Suarez. They've blacked out the entire stadium, and they've got him running on, and everybody's holding their cell phones up. And the place is rocking. They've got fire for Suarez. The Padres fans are waving their cell phones. The glittering lights in the Petco Park are quite beautiful. House lights being dimmed as flames are shown on the digital scoreboard here. For the closer, Suarez, who has yet to pitch this season. It says up here 0-0, 0 innings pitched. Well, that's not true. He has 1 save in the last 7 days. He has, let's see, 6'2", 210 pounds. Ciudad Bolivar, Venezuela. Robert Suarez in to try to save this game. For the Padres. He'll be facing the top of the order, the Giants' best foot forward. Mike Yastrzemski steps in. Suarez has warmed up. He's been in 12 games this season. He has 10 saves and 10 save opportunities. An ERA of 0.75. He has been in 12 innings. Elliot Ramos. Man, this is all wrong. So this thing is wrong. It's not the top of the order. It's Elliot Ramos. Man, why does everything have to be wrong everywhere that I look? Elliot Ramos looks at a ball, 1-0. Here's the pitch. He swings, does Ramos, at a low ball driven deep to center field and caught at the warning track. 1 down on the second pitch from Suarez. Yeah, it's the bottom of the order, dude. ESPN had written top of the order. Getting my hopes up, as it were. 1 down. Suarez looking for the save here. The Giants trail by 3 runs. 7-4 in the top of the 9th in San Diego, California on a beautiful night. 4 minutes past 9 p.m. There's a strike from Suarez inside to Lamont Wade Jr. Lamont Wade Jr. is 1 for 1 with a single against Suarez career, so that's interesting. Here's a pitch. Low and in the dirt. 1-1 with 1 down in the top of the 9th to Lamont Wade Jr. Suarez looks in, sets, throws. It is driven straight up in the air almost to the infield. An infield pop-up caught by Manny Machado at third base. 2 down. It'll be Patrick Bailey, the bottom of the order now. Bailey and Fitzgerald. The last 2 chances for the San Francisco Giants. Here's the pitch from Suarez. Bailey drives it to second baseman and is thrown out. And that, my friend, is the ball game. I say friend because you were my only listener. If you're somebody I know, let me know it was you. The Giants lose 7-4 in the first game of the brace. That's 2 down in San Diego. We'll be here tomorrow night. Take it easy. Boo. Gavin Sheets is a big dumb liar. Gavin